Do you and your partner have clarity on who takes this third shot? I'm going to teach you a principle that will give you and your partner complete clarity on this shot and make it better. Stay tuned. If you're new to our channel, welcome. And if you're not new to our channel, welcome back. I'm going to be your coach for this lesson, Tony Roig. I'm one of the co-head coaches at the Better Pickleball Academy, together with my other co-head coach, CJ Johnson, and our team of coaches and players. We strive to provide you the best pickleball knowledge available anywhere. In this video, we're going to be focusing specifically on who takes the third shot. It's a very specific application of a concept that we developed here at the Better Pickleball Academy called Respect the X. So what I'm going to do is we're going to walk through some game tape like the one we just saw of the players hitting the third shot drop. And then we're going to go to the court board and explore Respect the X and how it applies specifically to the third shot drop. Respect the X is a strategy that applies to doubles play. When we're playing doubles, we're playing as a team. So what we want to have is clarity on what happens in this middle section of the court. And that's where Respect the X will help you gain more clarity with you and your partner as to who's going to take shots that are traveling along this middle of the court when there's potential uncertainty as to who should take the shot. Let me show you a couple of rallies when Respect the X does not apply. This is when it's absolutely clear who is going to take the shot. So this first one we're going to see is going to be a return that's straight down the line. There's no question as to who's going to take this third shot, right? There's no reason for this player to come over here, so that's clear. This other one is going to be a cross-court return of serve, but it's going to be extreme enough, right? It comes all the way over here. So this player's not going to come over there and get that. I've seen players do that, but it's not as common. This is the one we're dealing with where the return of serve is going to come into here, and we're going to see the player come across and take that return of serve. So Respect the X is all about this zone in here when the balls are crossing into this zone in the middle of the court. All right, we're going to go to the court board inside our state-of-the-art pickleball strategy lab. Remember, we're focusing on this team down here, the green team, and who takes the third, and we're focusing on this zone here, that middle area when there's potential confusion as to who's going to take the third. Respect the X uses a principle that's based on a literal X on the court. The X connects the players along each axis of the X. So if the ball is hit by this player along the X axis, then generally it should be the player on the other end of the X axis that takes the shot. Now there are times that you can break the X, and I'm going to explain that at the end of the video once we've established what the X is and how it applies to third shots. But generally speaking, unless there's a reason to break the X, the player along the axis of the X takes the shot. Before we get into the reasons why using the strategy of Respect the X is going to be better for your team, let me dispel a notion that is common out there, which is the idea of forehand in the middle. I'm going to give you one reason in this video as to why forehand in the middle doesn't work. Forehand in the middle would tell you that if the ball is hit along this axis, so if the ball comes along this axis here, that this player should hit it because their forehand is in the middle and the ball is roughly in the middle. It doesn't work for several reasons, but let me give you one. We have two right-handed players here. So here we know whose forehand it is. But let's take this player off the screen and let's bring in someone like me, a left-handed player. Who hits it now? So you can see here, just with this one simple example, how forehand in the middle doesn't always provide you an answer, whereas Respect the X does. If you want to go deeper to debunk forehand in the middle as a reliable strategy, at the end of this video, I'm going to link to another video that we did that goes deeper on forehand in the middle and its myth. Oftentimes, the best ways to validate a strategy is to show you the errors that occur when the strategy isn't followed. Here I'm going to show you a mechanical error that arises because of not respecting the X. The male player is serving from here. He's going to serve in this direction. This player is going to then return into this zone here. This player's on a stack, so he's going to be coming across, but he's going to stop around here and come back to hit this third, resulting in a mechanical error. That's avoidable because you just respect the X, you avoid this mechanical error. So I'm going to stop it here. And what I can show you here as well is I can show you how This part of the court is completely open right now because this player has come across to hit the third, not respecting the X. The other problem is, mechanically, the ball's coming this way. This player is basically reaching away from his body. You're going to see it more pronounced in the next rally I'm going to share with you. But he's basically reaching this way to hit the ball. He's reaching this way to hit a ball that's traveling this way, resulting in a mechanical error into the net. So the way you avoid that mechanical error is by respecting the X and allowing the player who's here to take a ball traveling in this direction, because it's a much easier shot. So that's a mechanical error. This next error from not following respect the X has to do with how you play with your partner. That creates partner confusion when you don't know who's going to take that middle ball. When you're playing pickleball doubles, your effectiveness as a team will depend on you and your partner playing in a coordinated fashion. The more confusion you have, the less clarity you have, the less effective you'll be as a team. As we dive into this next error, if you're enjoying this content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We try and bring you great content just like this. And stay tuned till the end, because at the end I'm going to give you a link to a free Respect the X guide that'll teach you more about this strategy. All right, let me set it up for you. We had the male player here is going to serve cross court, obviously. The return is going to come cross court as well. This player is going to be coming across here on the stack. Then he's going to come back and hit this third. What you're going to notice here, he actually reaches farther than the first time. So you can really see how far players will reach when they break the X on the third. So look how far he's reaching here to hit that ball. That is a very difficult shot to hit, and he ends up popping it up to this player here. Just imagine yourself trying to hit a ball way away from your body like that. Super uncomfortable. But the thing I want you to notice here is this player, his partner, she doesn't know what to do. She's basically frozen behind him, right? She's stuck back here. She thought she was going to hit this third. Now this player is reaching across. We have confusion, and you're going to see how it translates to their movement now. As the pop-up comes, the ball goes behind, there's confusion there. This is just not a productive way of playing as a doubles team, not as productive as you can be. And when you respect the X, you avoid this lack of clarity. In the next rally, I'm going to show you how respecting the X by this team here helped them be more productive in this match. Does this ever happen to you? If it does, let me know down in the comments, and also let me know how you feel about it. In this next rally, we're going to see respect the X in action and see how much more effective it is for this team. We have the player serving from here. He's going to serve obviously cross court. The return is going to come cross court, but this time his partner is going to take the third, and you're going to see how they're going to flow better. Everything's going to work a lot better for them. And one of the things I want you to, so you have the cross court here, you have this player taking the third. Now let's stop here for a second. Notice the difference. Now I have this player, instead of running around trying to track balls down, this player is set up at the non-volley zone line, applying pressure on this player here. Much better situation for this team here. This player is trailing behind, which is perfectly natural after a third there, trailing behind, and is able to basically take these balls while this player looks for something to attack. So we're going to see the balls basically go cross court on an X again here. So we have an X, it's going to go back on the X. We have a back and forth until there's a missed dink. But you can see the difference in the movement, the clarity for the team in black here. By respecting the X and playing in that manner, they're able to play a much more effective pickleball doubles. A common question we get asked is, do I always have to respect the X? In a minute, I'm going to show you a situation where you can break the X, but you're breaking it because you're thinking about it. But let's summarize the 3 reasons to use respect the X for our third shot decision making when we're playing. Number 1, it provides for a mechanically sounder shot, right? The player hitting it's hitting a ball coming into them as opposed to a ball traveling away from them. That's going to be a better mechanical shot. Number 2, it gives you and your partner clarity. You know who's going to hit the shot unless one of you decides to break it for a reason. And number 3, you get to play as a team. As you saw in that last rally, the male player was able to move forward, put pressure on their opponent, while the female player was able to basically handle balls along the X-axis, setting up herself to keep going or her partner for a potential put away on a pop-up. So respect the X gives you much better sound play as a doubles team than not respecting the X. We've arrived at the moment that perhaps you've been waiting for. Can you break the X? The answer is yes, but only if you have a reason to break the X. There needs to be an additional advantage given to your team from breaking the X. I'm going to show you now a US Open match that I played a couple of years ago with my good friend Sarah Minton against our friends Gene and Scott, where I broke the X here towards the end of the match at the end of the match to win this match. It was a game point. I am here in the red. This is my partner Sarah serving. Scott is off screen. He is going to return cross court in front of Gene. I have a good forehand drive. I already mentioned I'm a left-handed player. I have a good forehand drive. So I am going to come across here. I'm going to drive it at Gene and then finish with a volley. This is a good example of when you can break the X because you have a reason to do so. So you see it come across there. I come there, I break the X. I'm going to take the forehand. I'm going to attack Gene, and I'm going to put the ball down to win the final point of the match. So breaking the X is possible when you have a reason to do so. If you want to learn more about Respect the X, I'll put a link right here to this awesome free guide. And down here's that video I promised you earlier. Be well, and I'll see you next time.